Okay, God's story actually is a testimony for me, but also an encouragement for you. I was sitting with a CEO a while back, and we're talking about some of his challenges. And he goes, "Tim, how are you doing? What's going on in your life?" I said, "Well, we're just really believing, contending for a couple things, pretty significant for our lives." And he goes, "Well, it's a good thing you got a lot of stories and testimonies that you have nothing to worry about." And at that moment, I'm like frustrated by, what are you talking about? And it dawned on me at that moment how easy it was for me to forget in the midst of my need what God has done. I had forgotten the testimonies of all these breakthroughs or provisions with the clients, individuals, business leaders in my own life. In that moment, as I'm contending for things in our family, I had forgotten what God had done, and I'm here worried. I'm kind of stressed out. I'm in the place of just feeling the pressure, like how in the world is it going to happen? And as I said that to him, he's like, "Well, you have nothing to worry about. You have so many stories and testimonies of how God has already broken through." And I was reminded of Bill Johnson, who said that once God has done something, provided something, stepped in with a miracle, whether it's healing, provision, breakthrough, we no longer have the right to question whether God is going to do that again or not. That's now our foundation. That is now the basis of how he works in our lives. Now it's just about how is he going to do it. And I have been reminded that so many times of how easy it is for us to forget what God has done. And I was reading in Psalm 78, and it was talking about how God established the testimony of Jacob, what God did in his life as a law and commandment for fathers to declare that testimony of what God did in his life to the children, so they wouldn't forget what he did and lose hope, that they actually can have a spirit of hope, that they can have a spirit that follows after God. And I just want to say, so many times in the battles you're facing in business and the challenge you're facing, I don't care if it's finding the right staff member, it's marketing strategies, it's financial, it's payroll, it is acquisitions, whatever it is in life that you are challenged with right now, and you're like, "God, how are we going to do it?" We need to remember what God has already done. Because if we remember what he's done, our faith changes, increases, our lenses of seeing our challenge changes. The way we see things now changes, because now we're aware, God, you've done it before. This is just who you are. There's no doubt that you're going to do something again. Now, how are you going to do it? What do I need to do to partner with you right now? And I want to encourage you, in the midst of the season of the decisions you're making, the things you're facing, to go back and recall, whether it's your stories or somebody else's stories or things you've heard, they're the testimony of Jesus. And it says the testimony of Jesus is a spirit of prophecy, Revelation 19, which means what he's done before is a prophetic declaration. He'll do it again. He'll do it again. And I just declare that over you today. He will do it again. Recall the things that he's done. Remember the works of God. Remember how he's broken through for your family. Remember how he's provided for you. Remember how he's broken through or opened doors or given favor or given access to areas that you never should have had access to, or how he's opened the door and delivered other people. That's your testimony today. And as you look at the challenge through those lenses, you begin to see a different perspective. God, you're going to do it. Now, how do you want to do it? What do I need to do to partner with you today? So I bless you with courage and faith and expectation based upon who he is, what he's done, and what he will do.